What if I told you that the one thing standing between you and a life of peace, purpose, and power is trust? Not trust in money, not trust in people, not trust in yourself, but complete, unshakable trust in God. Today, we're going to talk about 6 powerful things that happen in your life when you truly, completely trust God. And by the end of this video, I promise, you will never look at your struggles the same way again. Let's get into it. The first thing that happens when you trust God completely is that fear begins to fade. Fear lives in uncertainty. It grows in the dark corners of what if and I don't know. But when you trust God, you're saying, I don't need to know everything, because He does. The Bible says in Isaiah 41:10, do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. When God is your foundation, fear has no ground to stand on. You stop losing sleep over the future. You stop panicking over problems, because you know whoever holds tomorrow holds your hand. Most people think peace means no problems, no pain, no pressure, but real peace is standing in the middle of the storm and not drowning. When you trust God completely, something supernatural happens. The chaos around you doesn't disappear, but the chaos inside you does. Philippians 4:7 calls it the peace that surpasses all understanding. It doesn't make sense to the world. People around you are panicking, and you're calm, not because you're in denial, but because you trust the one who controls the wind and the waves. When you stop forcing things and start trusting God, He starts moving on your behalf in ways you never imagined. You tried for years. You knocked on doors, they stayed shut. But when you surrender control to God, He opens doors no man can close. Opportunities you didn't apply for. Connections you didn't plan. Breakthroughs that make no logical sense. Proverbs 3:5 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and He will make your paths straight. Not easy, but straight. Directed, purposeful, guided by God Himself. Let's be real for a second. How much time do we waste scrolling, comparing, wondering why their life looks better than ours? But when you truly trust God, you stop comparing. Because you understand that God has a custom plan for your life. Not their life, yours. You're not running their race, you're running yours. And God doesn't make mistakes. His timing for you is perfect. His path for you is purposeful. You start to celebrate others instead of competing with them, because your confidence is rooted in God, not in comparison. Nobody likes to hear this one, but it's the truth. When you trust God, He sometimes takes you through hard things, not around them, because He's not just changing your situation, He's changing you. Every trial you trust Him through builds patience. Every disappointment you surrender to Him builds resilience. Every no you accept from Him builds wisdom. James 1:3 says, the testing of your faith produces perseverance. God is less interested in your comfort and more interested in your character. And when you trust Him in the fire, you come out refined like gold. And finally, the most beautiful thing that happens when you trust God completely. Your life becomes a story that points others to Him. Your survival becomes someone else's strength. Your breakthrough becomes someone else's belief. Your testimony becomes someone else's turning point. When people see what God did in your life, through the pain, through the waiting, through the impossible, they start to believe that maybe, just maybe, God can do the same for them. That's the ultimate gift of trust. It's not just about your life changing. It's about lives around you being changed through yours. So, here's my question for you today. Where in your life do you need to let go and let God? Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's a career. Maybe it's a dream that feels too big, or a wound that feels too deep. Whatever it is, give it to Him. Completely, not halfway. Fully, completely, unconditionally. Because that's where the magic happens. That's where peace is found. That's where miracles are born. If this video spoke to your heart, give it a like, share it with someone who needs it today, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. God bless you. I'll see you in the next one.